Okay, so I just want to show off this polybridge solution a little bit. This is, let me see, 3-9 routing. And I ended up spending quite a bit of time before I found a solution. And some of the issue was I wasn't familiar with like all of the hydraulic mechanics all the way, and actually had to use some like stuff I've seen on Polybridge 2 streams to um, to end up getting the solution. Specifically, the thing where if you've got a joint split um, with no hydraulic really doing anything there, it will actually fuse to sort of a to another moving joint split whenever it finally does connect and the hydraulic is finished. So I end up using that. So anyways, I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So this actual challenge here. So there's 3 cars, A, C, and E, and you can see that they're gonna move in the order they are alphabetically. So you're gonna have car A, then you're gonna have a hydraulic step, then you're gonna have a car C, another hydraulic step, and the car E. Now, you could sort of intuitively figure this out by playing the level, but hydraulic step D is just the reverse of whatever happened in hydraulic step B. So if something expands, if a hydraulic expands in step B, it's going to retract in step D to its original position. So you sort of have this. So you sort of have car A goes, hydraulics happen, car C goes, then everything reverses back, and then car E goes. So I just thought I came up with a really pretty solution here, and I'm gonna load my solution. Solution. What are these? Rename file. Okay. So here's where we wound up. So I'm using let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hydraulic supports, and then you're only given 4 pieces of road. So I've got the 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm gonna show the solution first. Whoops, whoa. Let's restart it. I like this front-on view for this one. So there's car A, then these hydraulics. Actually, I need to slow it down, don't I? Okay. So this is car A. So it's got a road here and a road here suspended. So it's going to hit its flag. That's going to trigger the hydraulic step. So now this road is sort of flipping into a ramp, and these 2 roads are joining up to create a solid bridge right here. And there's that joint fuse that I was talking about that I wasn't really sure how to do, but now I've got it. So that car just lands here and then goes up the bridge. Now this is the actual just reverse of that initial hydraulic step. So this is what the bridge looked like at the beginning of the level. This joint should refuse. And you can sort of figure if it worked the first time, it's going to work the second time. This route is the same as route A. So go back in here. So basically the way this works is I've got this one piece of road here with what's this one? So this hydraulic is going to push this joint away from itself. This hydraulic is going to contract. So I guess I'm trying to get this joint, this round joint here, to move down. And then of course I'm trying to get this one to move up. So I've got this one set to contract. We can see that happens. After the first car goes, those sort of position this piece perfectly. Okay. Now, here's where my split joint really mattered, because I was able easily to get this road segment to position down so that it was forming the opposite bridge angle. I mean, I don't know what angle how you describe it, but basically, so it would go like this along this direction by just putting this hydraulic here and pulling this road segment down here, and without moving the center joint. So that's actually an easy thing to do. We can see that happen real quick. So yeah, so that joint's not moving. That joint did move. That's being done by this hydraulic here. Okay. And what was the part that I didn't know? So the part that I didn't know was the joint fuse. And what that is sometimes if there's ever a split joint that exactly matches another joint, another split joint, it will fuse after the hydraulic is done moving. So this here is a split joint. Now there's no need for it to be split other than the fuse. Now I'm pretty sure it has to be split or it won't fuse. Let me test that though. So I've unsplit it. Yeah, it didn't fuse. And the thing breaks, but it's still gonna work? It's not gonna work. Right. So you need to get that flush, and that fuse adds strength to the structure. So what you have to do is this red square here is the part of the joint that is not going to move, and this green joint here is the part that is going to move. So anything connected to green is able to move freely, anything connected to red is not. So one cannot move. This could move potentially. So if I had a hydraulic coming out of here going somewhere, this piece would move because it's assigned to 2. But if I assign everything to 1, all I'm saying here is that I want this to be a split joint, but nothing is going to move. And what that's going to do, whenever this hydraulic matches up with the joint here and there's enough overlap, it's going to fuse, and you can see it. There it flashed. Now that's making a stronger structure there. And then it automatically unfuses when the hydraulic goes again. That's just how split joints work. And then it refuses when it's back in position, and it actually works. So yeah, there you go. That was a neat little build. Took me a long time to get this. I think I've got a pretty low budget build. I'm coming in almost a third under the allocated budget. You can see there's a large chunk in the histogram that found a really inexpensive solution, but I'm sort of in the chunk of people that kind of found like an inexpensive solution but didn't like break it. You know, I didn't like discover some crazy solution, but these people all kind of you kind of must expect that these people all converged on a really cheap solution. Maybe there's multiple really efficient ones, but I would bet they're all pretty similar. All right, so yeah, I don't know. Polybridge is just really cool. This is a really cool bridge. Let's watch it again in a little bit slow. And nice. Neat bridge. That was fun.